As we round up this night of tribute, let it be known to all men that life is an inexplicable pattern of mystery, where no man knows when he was born and when he will die. And this notorious fact is deeply rooted in the fact that every man is created by God with his works, and the talent are the guides. For no man can grow above or beyond his destiny. For every man's destiny has a relationship with God. So let it be with Ifeanyi Ubah. Let it be with the Nnewi-born politician. Let it be with our brother. Let it be with the great philanthropist, the great leader, the motivator. Let it be the lover of mankind and citizen of humanity. May his soul rest in peace. And to you, the Ubahs, madam, and your lovely children particularly, I have not died before, and I don't intend to die soon. But let me say something, that I do know that the Ikemba Ojukus, the Kwemes, and these great leaders of note who have left us, since the spirit never dies, I'm sure, they are having meetings somewhere. And I can only imagine what kind of meeting is saying. And their meeting is Igbo. And Igbo, hear me, what is the likely thing these leaders are discussing now, including the youngest of them all, Ifeanyi Ubah. The question they're asking, Igbos, why do you play the politics of hate? Why do you hate one another? Ojukwu recalled his quarrels with Ekweme, and now they say it is vanity. Iwanyanwu recalled his quarrels with Enwerem, now they are in one place. And so, they are asking Igbos, may you embrace peace. Another thing that happened that is common with these great men is that before the death of Iwanyanwu made a plea to Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ezife went to Villa and begged Nigerian nation. Ifeanyi Ubah made a statement in the same line. I want to say to you, my brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Senate President, convey this one message on behalf of these Igbos who are seated, that the best way to honor this great young man is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So that the Igbos can go home and reorganize their place. And I know you, Senator Babio, that even if you don't want to do it, send this message. For the sake of your wife, who is our daughter, send this message and get us a result. Or else, your wife is not too far from taking back home. Your Excellency, Mr. President, we are particularly happy that you are always coming to associate yourself with things like this. Nigeria still remains very grateful. Thank you, and God bless all of you. My people, my people.
Our Owele.
So there is something I want you to note from this. Death is inevitable. It must come. For some, it comes early in life. There are people who could not make it. Some at birth, some few years after birth, some around their mid-ages, some in old age, some towards old age. Death must come for anybody. Even if you believe in the Christian philosophy, Christian dogma, that at rapture you will change. Yes, we will certainly pull off this flesh. Because the Bible said the flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. So death is inevitable. So stop laughing the dead. Stop mocking people who are dead. Stop saying rain will beat you. I've had things like that. Oh, this rain falling will beat you in your grave. Everybody owes debt. But our prayers is that we will die at old age, that we will not die young. There is a particular years or time in life that it's expected that, oh, you are weak, you cannot do anything again, you go. So we all pray to live long. Ifeanyi Ubah was around his mid-age. He was cultured around his mid-age. Stop saying it is a cause, this and that. Leave it. You don't know when yours is coming. So we all owe debt. And for those who are thinking or wishing Rochas Okorocha dead, he is alive. As you've seen him in, that was the night of tribute for Ifeanyi Ubah. All these are in commencement of his burial. You saw Rochas Okorocha give that speech. And there is something important he talked about. We Igbos must love ourselves. He talked about love. He gave instances. People reconciled at the end of the day. He said there was a time Ojukwu and Ekweme, they had brawl and it was settled. Iwanyanwu and this and that. None of them died because they were cursed. Iwanyanwu is well stricken of age before he died. Ifeanyi Ubah died, well, Igbo will say, Nyana chiema, mgbe chie ji ikpoe. So we will all live. But my prayer is, as a Christian, we would have arranged our house properly. Our conscience, we will be in right standing with God. These are my prayers. We will all go. Before we round up, there is something he said, and I think the federal government should consider that statement. It is a very wise one. We can no longer go to our homes. Insecurity, mostly as a result of the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the custody of DSS. I have always said this. If the federal government of Nigeria loves the Igbo people, they will do all what it takes to make an Igbo calm. The federal government has tried, and the state government, some of them has tried to forcefully stop the sit at home, but it's not working. If you try A, it did not work, why not try B? You don't get everything by force. Some of the time you come to the drawing table. You negotiate. Part of what heightened the insecurity in Southeast is the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, his rendition to Nigeria. And if you are a true government with a sincere heart, carrying everybody along, not marginalizing a particular section, not dealing with them as if they are second-class citizens, you ought to think, you ought to act wisely. You could say, after all, we got nothing to do with that region, let it boil. That is not how leaders do. If the federal government is wise and have the interests of the Southeast people at heart, they should release Nnamdi Kanu. Few days or immediately after the burial of Ifeanyi Ubah. Solutions are sometimes in our hands, but we want to show force. Force doesn't work all the time. Despite the power of US in Afghanistan, at the end of the day, Taliban still took over power. US soldiers left, even left some of their weapons. It is not always war. What happened in Vietnam at the end of the day? Go and see the graves of American soldiers. It must not always be by force. You held on to Nnamdi Kanu. You want to make peace in Southeast. It is not working. Why not release him so that part of the problem is solved? Many people have said, we cannot travel to Southeast. Insecurity. I still wonder, is the federal government of Nigeria pleased with what is happening in the Southeast. Now they are agitating, you say don't agitate. These are part of the problems, part of what you caused that is causing the agitation. We are not trying to approve of that Nnamdi Kanu is good or not. No, that is not why I'm here. But we are looking at what will solve the problem. So, the best way to honor Ifeanyi Ubah at death, just like Rochas Okorocha said, release Nnamdi Kanu. Unconditionally. Let him go to any country he wants to go. As for the Biafra struggle, I want to tell you the truth. Whether Nnamdi Kanu is involved or not, I think it might continue. There are many like him who has already been raised. But holding on to him compounds the situation further. So the federal government should think about it. Think about it. That Rochas speech was very short, around 5 minutes or thereabout. But it is jam-packed. Ndi Igbo, let's reconcile among ourselves. Let's reconcile. I'm rounding up with that. Thanks for watching.